I'm going to have a little bit of a self-indulgent moan. It's concerning my local non-league football club, Dover Athletic. They're playing in the Isthmian Premier Final this weekend on Bank Holiday Monday at Dartford. Massive Kent derby. That's a big game anyway in the league. There's a very long-standing rivalry between the two clubs. But Dover have got to the final, and Dartford, as the higher-placed team, get to host it. Now, both clubs average over 1,100, about 1,100 and something, both teams, nip and tuck. There's not much between the two. The stadium holds just over 4,000, yet, incredibly, so many Dover fans are going to miss out on going. They gave the club only 600 tickets, which I'm afraid, is a disgrace. That's a short answer to that. It's an absolute disgrace. 600 tickets for a final, a playoff final. Easily, Dover should have had 1,000. I think 1,000 would have been fair. Although, actually, surely playoff finals should be a 50-50 split. I know Dartford finishing higher get the home advantage, but I don't think that should mean automatically they get, such huge allocation for a final, because it is a final. I'm going to be covering the playoff finals later in the season. Yes, I know they're at Wembley, very different, but there will be a split between the clubs. Obviously, if one club doesn't sell as many tickets, the other club gets more tickets. But in Dover's instance, they've got 600. It's absolutely pathetic. I don't actually know who's to blame. I don't know whether it's the Isthmian League, whether they're to blame, or whether it's Dartford. It's one of them, certainly. The other problem with it was they sold them all online. So the 600 tickets for Dover were put on sale at 6 o'clock, and by 6:03, they'd sold out. I mean, that's absolute crazy. Dartford, I think today, kept 800 tickets back to assure that their own fans could actually purchase them. Because what was happening, of course, because the 600 Dover tickets had sold out, Dover fans were buying tickets in the Dartford end. And who can blame them? Of course, that's what they're going to do when there's such a low allocation. And then, of course, that brings up concerns about, security and safety issues of obviously clubs, fans mixing. I just can't understand it for the life of me, why they only gave them 600 tickets, and at least could have given Dover the tickets, kept some tickets back for Dover to sell at their ground. They insisted it all had to be online, an online ticketing website that the Isthmian League are using, so it's out of the club's hands in terms of the ticket sales. But then Dartford were allowed to hold back 800 at the end, so that obviously Dover fans weren't buying their tickets. Well, I don't understand why they didn't allow Dover fans to be able to buy tickets from their club, so at least the most loyal fans would have got priority. For me, season ticket holders should get a ticket, end of. They go to every game, and a lot of these people go home and away, and there are some people that unfortunately are going to miss out. Dover Athletic, to our credit, we're putting the game on in our clubhouse on the Monday, because the game's going to be streamed. Again, the Isthmian League are using a company to film the games, and they're being streamed out at a cost. So the club are going to stream it live in their stadium, and are giving all season ticket holders who couldn't get a ticket a free pint. So that's a very good gesture from the club. But seriously, I don't understand, because it always seems to me in important finals, people seem to screw it up. They seem to mess it up, whether it's Premier League, the EFL, the National League, and now even the Isthmian League, the seventh tier of English football. I mean, there's going to be over 4,000 at that ground on Monday. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I'm looking forward to it. But seriously, whoever's responsible for this, Isthmian League or Dartford Football Club, you really should be ashamed. And next time this happens, you really should think things clear through how, you're going to sell your tickets and ensure that it's fair. Anyway, that's the end of my rant. This weekend, I'm going to be going to Coventry v Borough. Can't wait for that. Obviously, Frank Lampard against Michael Carrick, both trying to get in the playoffs. Only one of them, I think, can get in there. Looking at it, Coventry currently hold the sixth position on goal difference over Millwall. Millwall going to Burnley, who are trying to win the title. Burnley need to better whatever Leeds are doing. Leeds go to Plymouth. I personally think Leeds will beat Plymouth because they're already relegated. But, stranger things have happened. And Millwall, there might be a scenario where Burnley, who haven't lost a game at home all season, get to learn that Leeds are rolling it at Plymouth, and then perhaps lose a bit of intensity, and that lets Millwall in with a chance. But Millwall, absolutely staggering, really. They were 17th, I think, in January. and now they're literally just behind the playoffs on goal difference. But I'm looking forward to the Borough trip to Coventry. I'll be there on Saturday, and then of course I'm going to be watching Dover Athletic at Dartford on Monday for a Kent derby. I'm from Kent, love Kent football, obviously love Dover Athletic, so I'm going to be there with an affiliation to them. But as I say, they really did screw up the tickets this year, and I think they should learn lessons going forward.